Convenience does not mean advancement, by Krishna's mercy. Anyepi tva hanishyanti vadishyanti janastvidam. Asuroyam suranstauti marjar iva mushkan. Dvishyan shikiva phanino durnimittamidam dhruvam. Labdhvapi mahadaishwaryam laghavam yantya buddhayaha. Quote, others will also ridicule and scorn, saying, "This child is an asura, but prays to the gods. It is like a cat offering prayers to a mouse or a peacock to a snake. This is indeed a bad omen, behavior resembling an enemy, as even after obtaining great wealth and power, an unintelligent person can fall down." Hiranyakashipu, speaking to Prahlada, Narasimha Purana, 41:59-60. There is a theory as to why religion may not be as popular today as it used to be. We look back several hundred years and see that the majority of education took place under the auspices of a church or church-affiliated group. In other parts of the world, there was the spiritual guide known as the guru, who ran his own school known as the Gurukula. It was like a family affair where the students were taken care of, nurtured, but also taught discipline, austerity, and respect. Today, the education takes place in secular institutions, which are mostly free of charge. There is no direct payment involved, though there is funding through local and state taxes. One of the explanations for the trend away from religion is the following. Some would say this viewpoint is widespread, that it accurately reflects the sentiments of the general population. If religion is nothing more than a sentiment, why not direct that sentiment towards something else? If it is nothing more than a rubber stamp, why should someone worry after they have received approval? After they have been initiated into a specific tradition, through a formal ritual well attended by friends and family, what else is there to do? Better to focus on enjoying rather than repenting. Quote, human civilization is meant for purifying the senses, and objects of sense satisfaction should be supplied as much as absolutely required, but not for aggravating artificial sensory needs. Food, shelter, defense, and sense gratification are all needs in material existence. Otherwise, in his pure, uncontaminated state of original life, the living entity has no such needs. The needs are therefore artificial, and in the pure state of life there are no such needs. As such, increasing the artificial needs, as is the standard of material civilization, or advancing the economic development of human society, is a sort of engagement in darkness, without knowledge. Srila Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavatam, 2.530 purport. The fallacy here is that convenience does not equate to advancement. Convenience may alleviate suffering, it may facilitate improvements in efficiency, it may remove some disturbances, but advancement is something entirely different. There is a Sanskrit principle to consider. Ajuendriyah. The historical example of the Daitya kingdom ruled by Hiranyakashipu perfectly illustrates this principle. Though the story takes place thousands of years ago, we can compare against our own hopes and desires for what success would look like. What if we ruled the entire universe? What if we had dominion over everyone and everything? What if every material amenity could be summoned by a single gesture of the hand? Snap your fingers, and you have food and wine in endless quantities. If you feel lazy in the aftermath, someone else can take care of responsibilities for you. There is nothing to stand in your way of enjoyment. Sa itham nirjit kakubekrad vishayan priyan, yathopajosham bhunjano natripya dajitendriya. Quote, in spite of achieving the power to control in all directions, and in spite of enjoying all types of dear sense gratification as much as possible, Hiranyakashipu was dissatisfied because instead of controlling his senses, he remained their servant. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.4-19. Srimad Bhagavatam applies the label of Ajitendriya to Hiranyakashipu. He was conquered by the senses. Since he was otherwise so advanced, how could this happen? Could he not order someone to control the senses for him? Could he not swat away the agitation, like removing the annoying fly buzzing around the room? Could he not force medical personnel to excise the overgrowth of disturbance within his mind? The most obvious symptom of the Ajitendriya condition was Hiranyakashipu's paranoia towards his own son. The 5-year-old Prahlada was worshipping in his spare time. That worship was not encouraged in the community. It was not explicitly taught in school. Like writing the name of someone most dear to him, Prahlada would print the names of Vishnu and Krishna on his slate. The father was outraged by this. He could not tolerate it. He could not convince Prahlada to change ways either. All that convenience could not compel someone else out of knowledge. Prahlada was fixed in his worship. It was the Dridha Vrata, described in Bhagavad-gita. The intelligence was singularly focused, instead of many-branched. Vyavasayatmika buddhir, ekeh kurunandan, bahushakha, he anantash, cha, buddhayo vyavasayinam. Quote, those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita 241. Hiranyakashipu tried to shame Prahlada out of the allegiance. The other students would make of Prahlada, you see. They would compare his worship of Vishnu to a cat praising a mouse or a peacock honoring a snake. It was the work of someone lacking intelligence, buddhi, after having reached the height of opulence, Aishvarya. Shraddha Shabde, Bishbas kahe sudrudha nishchay, Krishna bhakti kaile sarba karma krit hai. Quote, by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. This confident, firm faith, favorable to the discharge of devotional service, is called Shraddha. Chaitanya Charitamrit, Madhya 22:62. The wise Prahlada did not mistakenly equate Aishvarya with advancement. Real religion is without conditions. Whether we think we are living in the Stone Ages or are right in the middle of the greatest period of technological innovation, the connection to Vishnu should remain. He is our sole objective when considering the temporary and miserable material nature. In closing, troubles of past leave behind and enjoy blessings to find, that endless content to consume, in height of convenience to assume. But Hiranyakashipu in that place already, but neither intelligence nor senses steady, whereas Prahlada in free time to write, Vishnu and Krishna the beacon of light.